You just fear about them. Now, danger is real. You should be careful. You don't want to do foolish things, you know, and you can be scared about some things.
Right.
But I'm not talking about those things. I'm talking about just these fears that you put in your head that are unreal, totally unreal. But then I talked about belief, and belief's a huge subject because many times when we're young, we hear, you know, like, you know, little Sandy, you got to believe in yourself. You know, little Johnny, you got to believe in yourself. Well, all that sounds fine, but when someone truly understands what self-belief is, it's probably one of the most mighty blessings that any human being, man or woman, could ever have when you have that self-belief in your life. And then, of course, you know, there's so many things about the balance and the overcoming and the never giving up and fighting for your dreams when everything seems lost. There's so many things, but the step-by-step within this book is so in much greater detail with just other than just, you know, going on the surface level of what's contained in this book. This book is so rich and so with such depth of steps and guidelines and a roadmap for people to take in their lives, not only from my life, but from so many people that I've met and come across, and they've been my examples. They've been my mentors, you know, during my comeback, and I've seen them overcome and achieve. If I can mention one man specifically, his name is Bob Wieland. And a long time ago, as this is being recorded now, he was given an incredibly powerful distinction by President Reagan as being Mr. Inspiration. His name is Bob Wieland again. And Bob was a hero in Vietnam War. And Bob, you know, one of his, you know, comrades was, one of his buddies was shot out in open fire. Bob went out to go get him, risking his own life. He went out there, tried to drag him away. In the process of going out there, Bob hit a mortar mine, totally blew off Bob's legs, literally like up to the stubs. Shouldn't even be living, okay? Anyway, Bob somehow lived. They put Bob in a body bag. They sent him away. They saw the body bag moving. My God, they opened it up. The guy's still alive. They couldn't believe it. Somehow they stopped the bleeding. He's alive. Bob walked across the United States on his hands. Over 1.9 million steps. 3 years, 8 months, and 6 days.
Amazing.
Bob Wieland is my friend. That's someone I've learned from, of what it takes
That sounds like somebody to definitely
to
look
overcome.
up to. Absolutely.
And he's an inspirational speaker, and he's in this book. And we speak around the country even today together with various programs, inspiring people what they can do and they can overcome. And there's other people, but I mentioned Bob Wieland because that guy's a hero.
Well, he sounds like exceptional, a role model.
Absolutely.
And definitely somebody that...
Inspirational, heartfelt, godly man. He's a good guy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, you were mentioning on the topic of fear that that's something that often holds people back.
Oh, yeah.
In your experience, what is it that people are most afraid of? What is holding them back?
Well, obviously people fail. They fear failure. They feel rejection. They fear that I can't be what I believe I want to be or think I want to be. You know, like they'll never succeed. People fear so many things. Whether it's interpersonal relationships, whether it's to get a better job, it's whether they can create that business, whether they can be that person that somebody can respect, whether they can overcome something, whether they can, you know, gain a better strength. There's so many things that people fear. I can assure you, the listeners right now, they'll line up all their fears right now of what they fear, of what they can't be. But what I'm saying is, if you can see that fears are not real, they're what you're putting in your life, and that they have no place in your life. They're not real. Don't place them there. Get real and get on with creating your greatest life. Don't stop yourself. There's plenty of people that are going to be giving you a lot of competition. There's going to be people that support you, but there's also going to be people that do not support you, that do not want you to succeed. And that's why at times you're going to have to draw the line and leave those people behind, because you want people that believe in you and support you, not stop you, hinder you, and hold you back, because you got to rise up and go forward in life. And so don't be having fears in your life stopping yourself. There's plenty of people that will be, you know, getting in your way as well. There's those that will support you, but I found out, and so many people that I know have found out, there's so many people that will hinder, thwart, stop, do everything, whatever they can to stop your progress in life. So fears, don't have them there. You don't need to hurt yourself. That's for sure.
That's excellent advice for all our listeners out there. That
Yeah.
is a very important takeaway. Do not let fear hold you back. That is advice from Mr. Steve Jennings,
Yeah.
author of The Way of the Invincible Warrior. And before we have to say goodbye, because unfortunately we're running out of time,
Yeah.
I would like to ask you, Steve,
Yeah.
I know that you're about to win some more medals for the U.S. Tell me a little bit about that.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know we'd end with that. But yeah, I still compete today. You know, I'm a United States silver medalist several times, All-American athlete,
Olympian, absolutely,
world
medalist.
ranked, world ranked athlete. And yeah, I will be. Well, I'm not sure what the date is of this recording today, but this summer, in the summer of 2017, I will be competing again at the United States Championships, USA Masters Games, and I do a multi-event competition. It's like the decathlon, the pentathlon. You know, you run, you jump, you throw, the discus, the javelin, the sprinting, the jumping, all those kinds of things. It's all those multiple, sort of a jack of all trades athlete type thing.
Well, I have to say, you're an inspiration. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
well, people can do so much in their life when they apply themselves and not just hear the words, well, you got to apply yourself. I mean, apply yourself and create your best life. But if I want to leave one final message, it's that we've heard this in our lives, but if you truly employ this, if you truly never give up and you fight for your dreams, that's a worthy dream. That's a worthwhile and highly valued dream. That is a good dream, not only for you, but for others, to uplift others. When you've been able to succeed, then you lift others up as well. So if you never give up and fight for your dreams, that is probably one of the most powerful things that anybody could do in this life. And so, Sandra, I want to thank you for having me here today at Heart of Hollywood Media. I'm very honored to be here, and it's meant a lot with me, so thank you.
You're very welcome. It was a pleasure. It was an honor to have you. And to all the listeners, again, we had Mr. Steve Jennings. I suggest getting his book, and I also suggest heeding his advice. In other words, taking bold action, not letting fear hold you back. And thank you so much, Steve.
Thank you.